Shit, that's nasty, man.
They learned that from you there.
Yes.
Hey guys!
What up, though? What up, though, everybody?
Happy Thursday!
Back again, another Thursday, tantalizing Thursday at that.
Ting-a-ling-a.
Man, Mr. Drummond and your girl, Miss
Lady
Lady Dimples. Yeah, hear me?
What's going on, y'all? Y'all ain't ready for the night show. I'm telling y'all. Y'all ain't ready for the night show. I don't think y'all
They ain't ready.
They ain't ready. I don't think they're ready.
They ain't ready for tonight's show. How your week been, sis? What's been going on with you?
Well, I've been working. A lot. That's what I've been doing.
Hey.
Working. And I ain't gonna complain. Working. I had a little playtime in there, but.
Sound like the bag has been gotten.
Yes, you have to pick up all the bags.
Got to get the bag. Yeah.
Let's pick up the bags. Pick up the bag.
Want to say hello to everybody that's going to be in the chat, everybody that's in the chat already, tuning in, ready for tonight's show and hot topic, talking about some real kinky shit.
Kinks and fetishes.
Embracing
the sexuality.
Embracing.
Hey, Chantel.
What up, though? Welcome.
Welcome to the show. Yes,
I
know y'all gonna want to get in on this topic tonight. So remember, y'all want to try in, put me in the comments, and our good hot producer gonna drop that link for y'all.
Y'all come on into the show. Pop up on the screen. Ask the guests what you want to ask the guests. You know.
Yeah.
Place in the show. Come on. And we live from Detroit. East side.
Absolutely. Detroit, Michigan.
It's the only way to ride. The east side.
All day. East side is the best side. Side. We got the best attitude. We got the best love. And we damn sure got the best weed.
So, what is a kink?
What is it?
What is a kink? Go ahead and tell them, sis.
You want me to tell them? Okay.
Go ahead and tell them.
A kink is defined as a sexual activity that falls outside of sex that society traditionally considers acceptable. Ooh. That can include everything from role playing to bondage to whips.
Ooh.
A fetish technically refers to an attraction to an inanimate object, although this includes body parts such as feet. I hate feet.
I love me some pretty feet.
I only like
you ain't whipping my ass. I'm just with all them whips.
No, I ain't into pain, but some people are, and they say it's pleasurable.
Yeah, I was trying to peep it out, because it ain't like a regular thing for me,
Hey,
so I was trying to, hey girl, I was trying to peep it out and I was trying to get into the kinks and the kinks and the fetish, and it was just like it made me turn my face up, like what?
Now don't get me wrong, I like a little kinky, bro. I just don't go as far as
I'm kinky to a certain extent. And I'm only so far fetished out. I'm not a professional at kinks and fetishes, but I know what it is.
Like role play is cool. I love it.
Yeah. I haven't role played to the extent of role play, but I could get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's see. Tell them what a fetish is, bro.
What is a fetish? Do you know that a fetish is basically a type of kink? It's an extreme amount of interest in a person, a thing, or a non-sexual body part.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of women out there getting paid off their feet.
Yeah, it is. Because I like pretty feet. I think, women who got some pretty feet, that's very attractive, But I gotta say that I adore me some titties. So is that what is that, a kink? Fetish? Fetish,
I don't know, bro. I don't know if that's a kink. There's a lot of men out here that just like titties.
Yeah, I love me up. But see, it ain't just titties for me. It's just a big old set. I got that, boy. Ooh.
You sound like my husband. Talking about, I said,
what up, though, gutter boy?
I was like, titties ain't nothing but sweat bags. I was like, they just be hot. He talking about, but they fun bags.
Man, I'm telling you. I don't know what it is about them big old fleshy things. They big and just voluptuous and just boom.
That would be a boob fetish.
Yeah, boob fetish. Mark me in that category.
Check for boob fetish.
Yeah.
Let me see. I like a man's shoulders. Like, it's something about a man, like, he's standing there and he broad and, head up, shoulders back. I guess it's that confidence. So maybe I got a shoulder fetish. Because you just look at him walk away from you and you look up.
Them niggas that be slumped over be bullshitting. Let you know, stand up. Because if you bent all over like this here, it's evident that you may not be the one.
Like Shonda say she got a weird ass back fetish, but I don't know what it is, but it's like, I see my dude walk away from me sometime and I just be like, wonderful.
So you can have a back fetish, like of one's back.
A back shoulder fetish. Or like the V on a man. That V that like from where y'all waistline start and it go down. I like that.
Yeah, we got another broad shoulders liker.
Yeah.
And we're going to let you do this one. What are some different types of kinks and fetishes?
Ooh, one, role play. I like this one. Role play. Role playing is one of the most common kinks and involves playing characters outside of your day-to-day lives. Usually it's part of a sex scene.
Yeah. See, I'll go for that. I'll go for that. We can meet somewhere, act like we don't know each other, you know what I'm saying? For real. And the people around you be like,
yes, girl, yes.
That nigga got some game on him. He done walked all up in this piece and pulled him a piece. His boy must be, it make it look good, you know what I'm saying?
And then you go with the costume. Because I got costumes. I dress in full costume. I'll be the naughty schoolgirl. I'll be the nun. Whatever.
Now there we ain't going.
Nuns.
I'm not gonna fuck a nun. I'm cool.
Yeah. But hey,
we're not gonna even play at that aspect,
Catholic,
don't be coming in
Catholic
here with the Catholic nun outfit on, because I'm not gonna get erect, because now I'm thinking about Jesus and the Holy Land. we can't do this. I'm sorry, mother.
They the biggest freaks. Exactly, Shonda.
How?
Exactly.
How?
Because they ain't getting it. Outside of that, whatever.
So if they ain't getting it, when they go in as nuns and they ain't getting it, that ain't no experience.
They getting it in there. They just not getting it from the street.
That's a different type of getting it.
Exhibitionism. In a sexual content, exhibitionism is a sexual kink in which a person feels sexual arousal at the idea or reality of being seen naked or engaged in sexual activities by others. Now this one I'm with.
Orgies. Group sex.
Well, no, that's not group sex.
Walking on nude beaches.
That's not group sex. That's by yourself.
Oh.
Voyeurism. Voyeurism is getting sexual excitement from watching others where they are naked or engaging in sex acts. But it's got to be in person for it to be voyeurism.
Yeah, so they be the watcher. You know, you get the one that you got the dude who like to sit in a chair and beat his meat while his girl get hammered.
Yeah,
then you got the lady who, yeah, you know what I'm saying? This guy right here, foot fetish.
That's you.
People with foot fetishes may be submissive, meaning they have a desire to worship to someone's feet through kissing and massage, or by giving a pedicure. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I don't do feet, though. No.
Gonna say he hate feet, too.
Yes. She say that's cock-holding.
Nah, see, it's only like that if girl feet is real bad.
This is disgusting. This right here is nasty. But we gonna share it. Golden showers and piss play.
Touchdown. Piss play.
I'm sorry, that took me out. Piss play. Okay. Golden showers and piss play. Golden showers are a form of piss play, which yes, in any play involving urine, can include peeing on or in different body parts and clothes wetting.
Niggas say I don't do goldens either. The fuck. Yes,
I ain't too fond of the sprinkler, okay? Hi, cousins. Hey, Nick.
What up, though? What up, though?
I'm not fond of the sprinkler.
Nah.
So I damn sure don't want nobody pissing on me.
I mean, I can do the squirting, but I mean, to literally step over me and just piss on me, just hell nah. You know, that's hot. That shit stank. Ain't no telling what you've been drinking and eating. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been eating your broccoli and shit, right? You know, your urine smell like some old rotten garbage, you know, shit, because you eating Burger King and McDonald's, drinking shakes and, you know.
Okay, we're going to go ahead.
Yeah, that dude, that sound like it stank. Yeah, dude.
We're going to boomerang. I know, right? Ain't nobody R. Kelly. Boomerang by Main Key. That golden shower.
Let's get it, Main Key. What you got for us?
Yo, bae wanna meet me in person. She like my work and thick, probably ride like a bourbon. Wonder can she make me come like it's urgent? Might have to fly her in closed curtains. Why do I get I love yous too early? She in the kitchen too early. I'm going to sleep, I just finished up early. Don't know how I made it here off the early. Phone on D&D. Too many checking for me. I need some peace, but they never be. Her body with you, but her mind with me. She ain't for kids, no. Ain't no coming after me, oh. Cheat with me, they say I'm cold. She my boomerang, let it go. She sending kisses till she come back, yeah. Pictures till she come back, yeah. Flicks on the Snapchat, yeah. Moaning as a voice text, yeah. I got the shit to make you come back, yeah. Got the shit to make you come back, yeah. I admit I feel away every time she leaves. Planning her next day always gets my mind off things. She think I'm the best, shit, we think alike. Not easily impressed, we laugh at the hype. Laying on her chest, she starts speaking like into me, till she tongue-tied. Free TV on her, she be leg spinning. You rap, I rap, but the pay different. Dodging all the hate, got me play switching. You only won cause I ain't partake in it. Smoke in the room, but ain't no haze in it. At my crib for a month, she like to play tennis. Don't you dare say that I ain't been it. It's a cold game and I'm jaded with it. Don't open up to anybody, you really gotta be body, gotta be about me. When you hear about me, know my name dropping when I ain't around. Do you hold me down? Don't open up to anybody, you really gotta be body, gotta be about me. When you hear about me, know my name dropping when I ain't around. Do you hold me down? She sending kisses till she come back, yeah. Pictures till she come back, yeah. Flicks on the Snapchat, yeah. Moaning as a voice text, yeah. I got the shit to make you come back, yeah. Got the shit to make you come back, yeah.
That beat is hot.
Yes, indeed. Boomerang.
Look, I'm still bouncing to it.
Come back.
Yeah, that beat is hot.
Yeah. I like that. Keep doing your thing, man. That was hot right there. Yeah.
That was hot, man. I like that. Boomerang.
I got the shit to make you come back. Yeah.
We got a special guest, y'all. That's gonna make y'all come back.
Special guest. Yeah, special guest. Yeah.
Yes, gonna her lyrics in sick. So our guest is Coralyn Jewel.
Corey.
Yes. So we're gonna introduce her.
Hello.
Hello. How are you guys? That was fun.
Welcome to Sexuality Thursdays with Lady Dimples and Mr. Drummond.
I'm gonna hang out every Thursday now
with Miss Coralyn.
You are welcome every Thursday.
There we go. I like it. I'm in.
See, already.
Yes, you are welcome.
You are welcome.
The singer. Do you guys know the singer? She was so good. The rapper was so good.
She sent us her music. Yeah.
She's so good. She's really good.
You heard that, Mankey? You heard that?
So good.
Good. Tell her I'll do her PR for her. I got her. She's good. She kills it. She's really good.
You hear? Yeah.
Offer.
You
got to offer. So, Miss Coralyn.
Yes.
Tell us about yourself.
Let's see. I'll give you the short version of myself. I was born in South Africa. I was a competitive Olympic figure skater growing up, a college degree in theatrical production, and an injury led me to change my entire goals for life to go to the Olympics for South Africa. And I ended up getting married, 2 children, and living my life to impress others, to reach the goals of what my parents expected of me: the college degree, the married, the 2 kids, the white picket fence, stuff like that. And at the age of 40 is when I finally found myself and realized that you've got one life to live, and if you don't live it for you, then you're going to have all these regrets later on. The I shoulda, woulda, coulda syndrome is what they call it. So I went on to become an adult performer, a swing club owner. I have a swingers club I started in 2012. It's got 20,000 members. I developed a CBD personal lubricant that is trademarked in my name. I became a performer in the adult industry, a wedding planner, director, and then went on to get certified as a master sexologist. And now I travel and I do seminars about embracing your sexuality and living your life for you. That's the short version. You guys are funny.
Hey. You're doing everything but quarterbacking the Lions at this point.
Pretty much.
I know, right?
Yeah, they need to make you an offer. Shit, you got more enthusiasm than the other guy.
The other guy.
Yeah. You want to say his name?
Yes.
So we know you know all about the kinks and the
so I'm going to tell you something interesting. In the industry, in the adult industry, as a webcam performer and content creator, and people will come to you and say, I want to order a custom video, and please, this is weird. This is a weird fetish. And I used to say, honey, I've heard it all. And then they would say something and I go, except for that. And I'd have to Google it. Thank God for Google, figure out what it was. And so even today, I work for Dr. Susie's Institute and I'm a chat therapist for her. And people will call in and they want to talk about their kinks, their fetishes, their fantasies without being judged. And they will say to me, this is a very weird one. And I say to them, it probably is, because I'm never going to say again that it's not, or that I know it all, because I do not know them all. And even the other day, I was interviewing somebody on my podcast, and we were talking about a custom video that she had a request from, and both of us were like, I just don't understand that one. So there's a lot of them.
Yeah, because the piss play a little while ago took me out.
Yeah, and then, I'm interviewing a guy on my show for foot fetish, because the study behind foot fetish is that as babies, we were used to bare feet walking around us. I call bullshit on that. That's not it. There's no ways. That's not it. It's the high heels. It's the arch. It's all that kind of stuff. Yesterday, I was doing a show because I still work in the industry, and I had somebody come in and they said, can I see a picture of your feet? And I said, well, I'm half pedicured. And I took a picture, sent it, and they said, I'm sure your feet are beautiful. They're gone. They never came back to me, so they didn't like my feet. I have ice skater feet.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that foot got to look a certain way. It has to.
It does, exactly. Mine don't. I don't got the foot.
You gotta have that. It is the arch, but to me, it's gotta have those cute fat toes and
not mine.
A whole lot of shit. The ankle, and the. Man,
maybe we should have you on the show with the guy, because we're going to learn all about where his fetish came from and the foot fetish and what the turn on is, and then some guys like the stinkier the better. I don't get that one either. Yeah, they want stinky.
No,
yes.
I just want to let the people know before we go on that we're going to have Charisma's Corner on later in the show, the new addition to Tantalizing Thursday. I just want people to know real quick. Ooh. And I also have a question. So Inquiring Minds want to know, what's your favorite kink and the one that turns you on the most?
So for me, I love role play, and I'm an exhibitionist. I'm a businesswoman in the real world, so I'm very, very dominant in my everyday life. I run all these companies. So when I'm in the bedroom, I want to be told that I'm a naughty little slut. You do as I'm told to be done, and people are watching you, and you better be a good little slut for them, and that drives me insane. Love that. Yes. That's my favorite. Like when people come to me and they request a webcam show and they say, what are you feeling? And I go, well, it's your show, it's your money, so you can have whatever you want. But I mean, I'm feeling submissive. And they're like, oh, I wanted you to be dominant. I'm like, okay, well, I'm an actress. I can be dominant. I can be whatever you want me to be. I'm a switch, but that's not my favorite. And when I do a dominant show, I always end it with, are you okay? Did I hurt your feelings? Was that too much? Is it too much? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Your penis is very nice. I didn't mean it like that. So, that's how I. Because I'm not very good at being mean. They like to be really mean.
Oh no. You gotta keep it the whole thing. Hey,
I know, all the way up. Yep.
If that's what you wanted, humiliation is what it is. Hey,
yeah, you're gonna do really well in this industry.
Have a nice night.
I have a job for you.
Have a nice night.
I was gonna say, mine would have to be my man in the suit. Like,
okay. So that would be like, it's more like you would say that that's your turn on. So what are you attracted to? Or like physically on people, what's your attraction of good fashion, stuff like that. I'm like you. I love a man's back. I was a lady that back. The man's back and the V is so sexy. Yes. And a woman's neck. If a woman's got a really strong neck, that's so sexy.
Yes, it's like I love the back and that V. But like, if he just standing there naked and he hard and that V.
Ooh.
Like it just makes you want to drop down.
But he had to be hard.
Yeah.
Well, wait, which part of him is hard?
But you're looking at his back.
No, I'm talking about if he's standing there for the V.
She's saying the back is hard. Where's your mind in the gutter again?
The back is hard, but I'm talking about when he's standing there in the front and you had a V and you're looking at the V and he's hard.
Oh, and then he is hard.
Oh yeah, see, that's why I got a little confused. Like, wait a minute, how hard?
But a hard, that's like the thing, like, like I always say, like, I know I'm attracted to men because I like the hard body, I like the hard back, the hard arms, the hard chest. Like I like to feel that firmness. I like that grip. Like when he gripped my thighs and he grabbed my hips, like I like that grip.
But see, so it is be hard.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Drop right down and give him 50.
Oh.
This show nasty.
Man.
This is Tantalizing Thursday, and you want to ask a question? Comment me.
Oh my God, I love you guys' show. Oh my God, you guys are right.
Because that's like, that is like to see him just standing there and you'd be like, ooh.
Now, what about if he's like hot but he's smoking a joint at the same time? Because remember, then that's not hot anymore. But if he's smoking a vape, he's good, right?
That's me.
Like,
oh my God.
Just lay back and smoke and just get stroked. Oh yeah. And don't choke. Don't choke now.
Oh my God.
But see, that's why you got hands. You use those too.
But see, I'm a big woman lover, I like the big women, so it's a little different for me, because I like girth.
Wait, you don't have, okay, gotcha. I'm like, wait, but what does that have to do with the hands? There's a hand technique.
A whole lot do with hands, so
a
whole lot. Long as my hands can get around you and not touch. Yeah, a lot to do with the hands.
Ooh.
I just don't want them to touch.
Oh
my God, if you walk in on half this conversation, because we just heard drop to the knees and do this satisfy your man, and then he says as long as the hands don't touch, and then talking about the girth.
And she's talking about giving them like a live 50. We called that back in the day. We used to call that live poly.
Okay. See, I'm learning something new.
They used to call those live polys. 50? A lot of niggas don't make it to 50.
Well,
that's not true. Black don't crack.
I'm just saying, with the 50 she talking about, she dropping to the knees giving 50.
A
lot of motherfuckers don't make it to 50.
Oh my God.
Shit. There's a lot of niggas dropping off by about 20. Invalid style at this point. He's shaking it.
I'm totally hanging out with you guys every Thursday night. I have plans for the rest of my life on Thursday nights, just so you know.
Hey, everybody heard it here first.
Yeah.
A tall fetish. I like climbing trees. Tall guys. She said she liked tall guys.
Oh, okay. I was like, does she really like to climb trees? Okay, so that's more again like so you're turned on by the
the height,
the appearance. So your fetishes are like you're turned on by feet, but yeah, they can range so many different. I mean, just ask away like what questions, and if I don't, and there's like fetishes, like I mean, like I said, people come to me and they say, "Are you okay with doing, this?" And I'm like, well, honey, that depends. I mean, there's a lot of variations of that. And in my head, I'm going, I don't have a fucking clue what the hell you're talking about. So I'm Googling it. And then I go, okay, darling, well, from my understanding, that means that's like Japanese anime. And you want me to make fun of your face while you're coming. And they're like, yeah, is that okay? And I'm like, that's completely fine. All right, that'll be $50. Okay.
Touchdown.
So,
like I said,
you have to just
don't be mad at what I might say now.
Right?
Shit.
You just gotta go into everything with an open mind. And I mean, there are things I won't do. I know that, but there's things that I go, listen, I won't do that. Good luck to you. Go find somebody else. But for the most part, I usually just like end a session or a conversation just going, wow, I'm now gonna go and figure out where this one comes from. Like I'm gonna study it. I'm so like intrigued by it now.
I just don't understand the pain aspect.
So the pain one,
the S&M.
Yeah, so I don't like it. Okay, so like I run a swingers club. I told you that, and we have the BDSM community will come to my event, and there's a couple, and I'll be bending over writing like something on the desk, and he'll whip me, and I turn around, I go, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking knock you the fuck out. He's like 6'3", and he's like, I'm 5 feet. I'm like, don't whip me, okay? But I've asked like some of the girls, like his girlfriend, she likes it to the point where there's blood dripping. They like, and I'm like, why? And they tell me that you go into this absolute like surreal state of mind control and orgasm, Oh my God, he's the best.
I don't understand it.
That one's not for me. But again, like what I do is when any fetish, I take I dig deeper into it. Where does this come from? A lot of stuff stems from childhood. A lot more than I think. Some a little scary, things that children have witnessed or experienced as children, and they grow up with that. That's their turn on, which is kind of like that's the only time that they can get hard or that they can feel sexy is because of something that they experience, which is scary. But like the BDSM, they love, and then there's different aspects of it. The wand, the electrical wand, that feels amazing. It's like a tickling kind of feeling, it doesn't hurt. Then there's there's the vampire gloves, those gloves that kind of come up behind you and tickle, and then there's different variations of the flogging versus a cane versus the whip and how you use it. And, and where you take, it's all about the mind. It's where you take that mind when you see him like whisper or her whisper in his ear. That's what they're saying. You have to take yourself out of your body and into that experience. Right. Now I tried it and I came back very quickly and said, never again. Don't take me out of that.
Yeah.
Not my thing.
I was just wondering but I could see that.
Yeah.
It's coming from different events in someone's childhood, why they would grow up in.
Yeah, I mean, there's an interesting. I have a book on my shelf, Nina Hartley. I was shot a scene with Nina Hartley, and she gave us. We were doing a book. It was called Master of O: The Seduction of Nina Hartley, and it was about 5 women in a book club reading this book, and it's her husband's actual book, and it's all about how he knew at the age of 4 years old. It's just crazy that he's like, I knew that I was different. I knew that I wanted to be a dominant to a dom to woman. I wanted to be in control. I wanted to do, but I didn't want to do it in a reprimanding way, but more in a protection way. So, but 4 years old. I'm like, how do you know 4 years old? Right. So it's very interesting to like really dig deep into some of these fetishes, the furry fetish, the pony fetish. I mean, we can go on and on and on. They're so crazy.
Yeah, I heard of the furry thing where they like stuff with fur.
Well, there you go. So there's different ones. There is, the attraction of just sleeping with a bunch of stuffed animals all around you is considered a furry fetish. Dressing up in like like a big Disney costume or whatever. See, well, that's a furry fetish. Having sex in the costume, and they actually have furry conventions, and those costumes are expensive. They're expensive to get.
Yeah, I heard about that, and they have sex at the convention.
Yeah. I mean, I used to work at the brothel, and I remember that a guy came in and he said, are you comfortable with furries? And I had no idea what it was, and I'd been to the brothel like 3 days, and I was like, well, that depends. I mean, darling, you have to tell me what you're thinking as I'm trying to like figure out. And there was no Google, okay? And so he came back to me. He said, well, it's just me wearing like a costume, and I go, oh, that's fine. And so we made the agreement, and then he came out of my restroom in an elephant costume, and all I could think is, oh my God, I'm fucking the trunk. I'm gonna have to fuck the trunk. But that's what my mind went, oh my God, and the trunk was like enormous, and I was like,
she had to fuck the trunk. You heard it here first.
You know what he's gonna do is next time he's gonna have an elephant animal, right? Oh my God.
With a trunk.
With a trunk. Yep. Yeah. But I did not have to fuck the trunk. There was a zipper. But you see, you never know.
She said, I didn't have to fuck the trunk. It had a zipper.
The penis was good enough for him. Well, we're glad that he just needed the penis. That was
touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to fuck the trunk, I already made the deal. I would have had to fuck the trunk because I knew what a furry would. Right? Can you imagine? Now there's a voyeurism or an.
Now there's a furry deal.
I was gonna say I would like to see how that would happen.
But I got a question.
Okay.
So, what is the weirdest thing you've ever come across in your career?
Like request wise. Like, so there's two that stick to my mind. So I wrote a book about like my entire career in the adult industry and how like how I went there. And in my book I talk about how a guy came to me and he asked for a custom video. Was I okay with crushing? Again, I had no clue what crushing was, and so I said, well, you need to explain. I mean, what am I crushing? What's crushing? And he came back and he said, I'm going to you're going to do frogs. You're going to step completely clothed but in high heels on live frogs. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry, I live in the city, we don't have frogs. And he says, no, I'll mail them to you. And I was like, oh no. He's like, I'll give you $5,000. And I said, no, I'm not stepping on frogs. And he's like, 10,000. And I said, I'm not stepping on frogs. So that's a crushing fetish. They want you to step on live kittens, live frogs, live cockroaches. That's a fetish. Yep. No. Didn't do that one. And the other one that I talked about on my podcast yesterday is the sock job fetish. So the guy would order custom videos and we had to get the wool socks, put them on our hands, put the dildo and say, you like that? You like it when you get a sock job? Tell me you like that sock job. You like it when I twist you with my furry gloves? That's what he wanted. So
yeah, I would die laughing.
I mean, that one I was just like thinking, ouch, but
you have a question.
I see. Okay.
Do you think age plays a huge part in turn-ons? Are there things that turn me on now that didn't before, and vice versa?
Yes, I think I would say 90% of my requests, okay, are age play. Okay. And, it's the daddy daughter or the sister or the mom. For me, it's mommy. They want me to be the mommy and they're the son. And so it's a very difficult one. It's a difficult one because, you think in your head pedophile, right? Is where you go. But then again, when you get to the bottom of it and you go, okay, listen, I'll pretend to be the little girl with you. Okay. As long as because I tell them, I say, if I ever find out that you fucking act this out in the real world, like my little white ass will come and kick your ass. I will, because I cannot believe that somebody would do that. So I say, I'd rather you play it with me. So let's role play it out. And usually it just comes down to the bottom. The one thing that I have figured out, it comes down to back to your childhood where nothing mattered. That's like when the diaper fetish, or the rattles, playing with rattles. It's when you didn't have that stress of life in reality. You were just a baby. You were just a kid. So a lot of it just comes like that's where they want to be again. It's back to that little innocent child where they're innocent.
No, I mean, does it change as you get older?
Okay, so yes, absolutely. Well, it changes. That's a hard one for me because it changes in the requests that I get. So for example, I got into the industry when I was 35 years old, 36 years old. Okay. But, I used to be, I was the baby. I was, play the daughter, daddy's naughty little girl, stuff like that. And now pretty much all they want to see is, the MILF play. I don't think anybody's asked me to play daddy's little girl in a long time.
Right.
I was a judge yesterday.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with MILF. You hear me?
Oh, no, I know.
You hear me? Do you see? I'm telling y'all right now, MILF. Don't.
Well, because we have experience and we know what we want, we know what we like, and we're not afraid to tell you.
Yeah, right? I think that they want to be told what to do.
But yeah, you definitely, the age play does change as you get older. And it depends if you're doing it with your partner too, like a role play thing. Like the naughty little schoolgirl. You can be a schoolgirl and be 70 years old and come out in that little dress. Whatever you want.
That's like I said, the Catholic nun. And my brother had a fit. Somebody.
I will take you down, Granny.
Yeah, But that was another request. Was will I masturbate with a crucifix? And I'm Jewish, and I was like, no, I still won't. So there's certain things that just I won't do. There's certain things that are illegal to do, like dogs and bestiality and scats and stuff like that. So we don't do that. But most of the fetishes, like for me, my turn on is the role play. I love the role play and like the submissive versus the dominant for me. But I could be a mistress if I have to.
Hey, so we're gonna take just one moment, to check out Charisma's Corner.
Hello. Hey, friends. Are you into hentai, BDSM, cuckolding, furry love, feet fantasies. The turn on is in the eye of the beholder. You may feel too embarrassed to reveal your deepest desires with your partner. This is called sexual repression. It can lead to sexual frustration in your relationship. It can lead to a lot of stress. It can also lead to unhealthy sexual habits such as porn site addiction, solicitation of sex workers, which could definitely compromise your relationship. It could also lead to a disinterest in sex with your partner. If you feel too uneasy about discussing it with your partner, seek out guidance from an intimacy coach. An intimacy coach is trained specifically to help individuals and couples in all matters of sex. No topic is too strange for you. It could give you the confidence you need to try out something new with your partner, get up that conversation. You also need to prepare yourself if your partner is not comfortable with your interests. You may need to follow up with an intimacy coach or with a mental health professional to help you sort through the disappointment. But you won't know unless you have a conversation. Your partner may be turned on by the idea. And in that case, have fun. Always remember to be safe, physically, mentally, and emotionally. In cases of BDSM, sometimes play can get rough. Make sure that you always have a safe word and always make sure that your boundaries are clear. You don't want anyone feeling, shall I say, too turned on. Well, that's my time. Be safe, friends, and take care of yourself. I'm Charisma Knows Best, and this has been Charisma's Corner.
Yeah, I have to agree with Charisma because when I tell you that has been like a very good thing, the fact that me and my dude talk.
Communication is key to everything.
Without judgment too.
Mhm.
Like and a lot of people don't understand that, like unconditional, non-judgmental love.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
I'm
literally have those conversations. What
and
you
you
like?
and you should, and that's what I tell. From like, I always tell when I'm doing a webcam show, and they say, "Okay, well, I have to wait till my wife goes to sleep." I always say, "Why don't you go to your wife and say, hey, honey, this is a turn on for me, and this is she's a she's a sexologist. She's this. Come and try it with us. Try it." I always tell people when when fantasy meets reality, like a threesome. Okay, you go, ooh, now I had to please two women, right? And then they go, that wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And so then you decide, you step away, you go, well, what could I do to make it different? Or I don't ever want to do it again. But if you don't talk to your partner, you're going to end up where I said is the shoulda, woulda, coulda. Now you're 70 years old. I should have gotten out of that relationship sooner. I should have left that job sooner. I was miserable. Now I'm 70. I coach people and they're 70 and they say, Coralyn, do I swipe left or right on this Tinder? And I go, you don't go near Tinder. Okay. No Tinder. But, think about coming back into this world dating when you've been in this marriage and you're 70 years old. You've been married 42 years. And get out of that marriage. Exactly. It's like, what are you doing? You stayed in this awful marriage that you didn't want to be in, but you stayed there for the children or all that. So like you said, the communication, and that's in everything. That's in the swinger lifestyle. That's in BDSM. That's in a femdom relationship, any of that. If you can't communicate or say what you are feeling, just like how I said, whenever my family found out that I was an adult in the adult industry, and then I wrote a book and I put it out there, it's the best feeling in the world that you can be honest and you can be yourself. And and if you don't like it, and I'm not harming anybody, you don't like it, then go the other direction.
Right.
So if you tell you, and like she said, just because you might discuss a fetish or fantasy with your husband or wife, and they say, okay, well, honey, no, like that doesn't do anything for me. Well, then there are ways to work that into the relationship where there's still the play, but the other person's not compromising their boundaries and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
You know, you everybody has boundaries, and there is some that are clear, like no.
You got to have it.
No. Like,
exactly.
Like there's no discussion. I don't want to hear it. If you need somebody to pee on you, then we might need to reconsider this.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. I was sitting in the bathtub taking a bath, and my eyes are closed, and I'm laying with, I think, like a mask on my face, and my boyfriend just walked in. This is 3 years ago, and he just peed on me, and I'm like, "The fuck are you doing?" And he said, "I just wanted to know, does it feel good? Is it warm?" And I'm like, "I'm in a warm bathtub. No, gross."
I would have punched him.
Yeah,
his balls. I would have punched him so hard his balls.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, like, you know, and that's like whoa, you didn't even like ask for permission. You just walked in here and peed on me while my eyes were closed. Disgusting.
But it is something. I ain't gonna say like all women, or like I like to watch any other type of woman, but it is something to watch my lady pee, but not on me.
Yeah, some guys like that. I did a show like that this morning. He wanted to catch me peeing, and I'm the mother's. No, I'm his. He's my son from college friend home, and then and then he's the dominant, and I was the submissive because he saw that I cheated on my husband the night before, getting out somebody else's car. But the peeing was a big thing for him, and he's like, "Well, can you really pee?" And I'm like, "Well, if you hurry up and pay for the show, because I really do have to pee, and I'm holding it for your show, so go pay. Otherwise, I'm gonna pee, and you're not gonna have real pee. You're gonna have pretend pee." Which we're very good at doing. We're very good at like pretending. Porn is not real, just so you guys know, not real.
Really? And you heard it here.
You should watch me eat pussy. It's very funny. Because remember, I like the men.
I said this before, but I know someone who likes to get pooped on.
Yeah. I don't get that one either. That's one I don't get. And eat the eating and the brownies and stuff.
So you not only want to smell like shit, you want to have hepatitis in the process.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
Like, what do you request a certain food? Like,
and it just stinks, man. That just stink right on your chest.
Requests for like, will you shit on a plate and then bake it like in a cake? And I'm like, no. But yeah, that's a weird one. I do get the the stuff I could tell you, you'd be blown away, you guys. I mean, you'd be blown away at the requests.
Shit, I'm blown away.
What are they gonna do with the cake?
You gotta shake a shit on a plate to video that, and then watch how the shit goes into the bowl with the cake batter, and then you bake it.
That's just.
And then you mail it to them.
Fuck. Nah.
So they wanted you to get him a shit cake.
Yes.
Did they watch The Help or something?
I don't know. Like some of the requests I get, like are they like having sex with a mannequin? That's a fetish, you know. Having and I get that because the bitch can't talk back. Like you can do whatever you want with her. It's perfect. I'm like, I need a mannequin man.
Like,
yeah. There's sex dolls.
Like the sex doll.
That's just crazy. Some of these fetishes are just crazy.
Which one? Yeah.
The one where they want to have sex with dead people.
Yeah, there's that one. Again, that one is a little harder for me to get to the bottom of, but I mean, there's some interesting ones out there. Yeah, yesterday or 2 days ago, I interviewed a girl on my podcast, a adult performer, Sin Sage, and she was talking about a guy that wanted her to wear an Oompa Loompa, like the costumes where it blew up, Oompa Loompa like that. And then all you could see was her little hands, and she had to hold these little dolls, and the dolls had to like fight each other and smack each other and stuff. And that was it. It's weird. Yeah. I was like, she said she thinks it had to do with the gigantus, you know, like the tall and I don't know. So that's I'm like, that one I just heard about. I'm like, oh, I'm going to study that one. I'm going to figure that one out.
Okay.
Wow,
man.
Crazy. Okay. Yeah. So, but you have to if you open your mind to all of it, the BDSM, the swinging lifestyle, the kinks, the fetishes, you have to go. There's no judgment, but I want to learn more about it. I mean, I'm really the kind of person that goes, can you just like I don't even charge them after their show. I'm like, all right, let's talk about this, and they're like, Coralyn, I'm good. I came, and I'm like, I know that's great. I'm wonderful. Like, I want to know though. Like, teach me where'd this come from. What's your family life like? You know, I just start like
I need a session after this.
right?
You done made me need a therapy session to find out what is wrong with you.
It's just
So,
interesting. Yeah, you want to get to the bottom of it.
for
Like,
real. So I got one more question. So
Okay.
how do we start to get past the taboo part and embrace what turns us on?
So I think the biggest thing with that is what is happening now. So we're going backwards in a lot of things. Society is really like, society is making it like for our children again to think that sex is bad and sex is awful and don't masturbate and don't touch yourself and all that stuff. And I think that's the wrong way to go about it. We need to embrace sexuality. Sex is healthy for you. Safe sex is important, but the whole everything that we're brought up, you are brought up that you will get married, you will be monogamous with one person, you will have two children, a white picket fence, a dog, and some that people that works for and some people that doesn't work for. But to judge people because they feel stuck where they're at and they're trying to just figure out where they need to be. If you're not harming anybody and you're not hurting anybody, then I say, the more people that come forward and say, this is who I am and I'm going to live my life for me and I'm not living my life for you, we'll start to get people to stop the judgment. I think that's what it's going to have to take.
You know what I think can stop the judgment? If you just come out and be who you are, just period.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know what I
To
always say? We
me,
all bleed the same color,
even
right?
even though something is taboo or it's fetish or I mean whatever it is, it's your thing. You
Mhm.
know, it shit it don't
That's
make
what I
me
say.
no hill of beans. You know,
Exactly. If it's not hurting, if it's not physically harming, or hurting somebody else illegally, and you want your fetishes to be peed on, by all means, go get peed on. I don't care. Doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't make just
no,
don't pee
don't
on
make
me.
you a bad person. Make you nasty,
Yeah.
but not bad.
Yeah. So there's so many, but that's the whole thing.
you
And then I think religion has a lot to do with everything as well. And that's
Yeah,
I think that
people believe.
people we believe what we are raised to believe because that's what your parents, I had a Jehovah's Witness that came to just listen to a seminar, and at the end I saw him crying in the back and I said, like, hey, what's going on? And he said, my mom found out that I'm here and she's just told me I'm disowned and I can't go home. He's 25 years old. You can't go
wow.
home because you came to listen to a convention. You just can't, a completely closed convention. And to me, it's like if we can just continue to get the word out, stop judging people by the color of their skin, by their religion, by their gender identity, by their fetish, their kink, or their polyamory life, or swinger lifestyle, or the fact that they're a porn star, or a judge, or a cop, or whatever you are. People are people. Let them live their lives. It's not your life to live.
For real, and
Hey,
that's fact. I mean, because I mean that my thing is, I think the biggest part to a lot of people that find out about it be the fact that okay, I may have been knowing you a while, you know what I'm saying? And it just be like, why did you find that hard to say anyway? I understand that people judge people, but
Because people judge, and
it's just
and
soon as you get it out though, once you get it out,
it
it's
feels
a
better.
you give a person a different type of reality about you. Because I'll say it in a minute. Hey, at least he was straightforward, no matter
Mhm.
what he was. At least he was honest about
he
it.
was honest.
So I prefer a person to just step out and just be who you are, despite the judgment. Just be
It's
who
just
you are.
it's so hard because of what society does. So, I've had a guest on my show who he's now lives his life as a woman, but was born a man. Okay, born. And as a little boy, 10 years old, 11 years old, he knew something was different, but had nobody to talk to and nowhere to go to. And so, it's people, we just need to continue to say, come out, be who you are, stop the judgment. And, hopefully we'll make
Like
change.
even in that. See, I would have to pose to say, well, there is someone to talk to. They just they just choose not to reach out. Because I don't know why, and I asked this question, why do people feel like they're the only people that go through it?
They do. How many people feel like they're the only people that steal their mom's underwear and smell panties and stuff like that? And you're like, oh, there's hundreds and thousands of people that do that. And so that's another thing for listeners to know. I guarantee you, you are not the only person, and there are support groups, and but that's what I tell people. Nobody's going to accept you as a swinger if you're not open about it, and this is who I am. Okay, nobody's gonna accept me as a porn star if I don't, say, listen, just because I'm an adult performer doesn't mean I'm not college educated, doesn't mean I'm not a business minded woman, does not mean I'm a good mother, a good person. And the more people that can just come forward and say, you know what, this is who I am. This is my fetish. This is my kink. This is what I like, or I think I like, or I want to try it. So be it.
So be it. Right. So be it. I mean, it's your life.
Exactly.
You only have one person to answer to at the end of all of this.
That's how I end my podcast.
And from how I heard it, none of us help each other get in. So you only can pay for your own account. So it's your thing.
Yeah.
Yep. And until you own your sexuality and own you, I always tell people, don't get involved in a relationship if you don't love who you are, if you're not happy where you are. Like right now, for me, I don't date. I want to be where I want to be financially, physically, with my career, everything, and mentally ready to then bring a partner in and then go from there. But got to love yourself first and be proud of who you are first.
So what's your final thoughts before we get ready to get up out of here?
Final thoughts. I said a lot of it already, but I would just say, if you feel like you're alone and you really do want to talk to somebody, there are intimacy coaches. That's what I do. I'm a sexologist. You can send me an email. My website's CoralynJewel.com, CORALYN, and then Jewel.com. And I do coaching, Zoom coaching, where I actually help talk with you and your partner together so we can work through some stuff and see if the fetishes and the kinks that you want to experience are there. So don't be shy to reach out. There is help everywhere. There are communities, there are, support groups, and there's a lot of other people that have that same kink as you and that same fetish and fantasy as you. So don't be shy about it. Speak to somebody, share, and I'd much rather you didn't cheat and lie than just be you. That's my message.
Facts. Final thoughts from Corey. I'm gonna call you Corey. Is that cool?
I was gonna give you CJ was another. It's still live.
CJ, there we go.
Everybody calls me CJ.
I got the nickname. CJ. Those were her final thoughts. And Lady Dimples, what's your final thoughts?
Well, my final thoughts is I'm going to say you also have to be happy and love yourself first before you get involved with someone, because you can't make someone responsible for your happiness. So you have to know what you like and what you want. And then once you do meet someone and you can express that, and y'all can make it happen together. And sometimes it's somebody you're not even going to expect. Don't look for the obvious, but don't hide who you are. There's always somebody who you can talk to. There's always somebody that's there. There's always somebody that's going through the same thing you're going through. If not, you can always hit me up. That's my final thought.
Love it. Love it.
And my final thoughts on it is, whatever it is that you do is you. Nobody can take it away from you, and nobody can give it to you. So whatever you practice, whatever the kink or whatever the fetish, it's your thing. Do your thing. Always do your thing. My man Boca, do your thing. And I'm gonna say, smoke responsibly, drink responsibly, take care of your kids out there, because it's a lot happening to these kids. So take care of your kids out there for real. And tune in on that Friday, the council, tomorrow night, 9:30. We'll be right back at it.
Thanks for having me, darlings. You guys are amazing.
Hey, and we thank CJ for being on Tantalizing Thursdays with Mr. Drummond and Lady Dimples.
Thank you very much.
Come back anytime.
Absolutely.
If you feel like it, anytime.
Thank you, you guys. That was so much fun.
And thank you, Charisma, for your quarter.
Thank you, Charisma. Love you, girl.
And to all the people